Alright, we should be good to go. Thank you for sitting through that. Hello, everyone. Today we're going to be working on creating a map, actually. Map making is my passion, and I've been wanting to make some epic maps for a while. I've already made two. Sadly, I haven't published them yet, and I keep telling myself I'll get around to making a trailer for them, but I actually have to play them with some friends. And although I have played them before, we kind of need to actually record a trailer for it. The goal for this map, basically, I want to record, 1 to 2 hours, similar to what I was doing with Minecraft Super Hard in order to make this map. It shouldn't take me more than a semester, I'm thinking. It's not a huge project, it's not a massive project, but it is a big project, probably like several hundred hours worth of work at least. And we're going to be walking through each step of the way, so we're going to have a lot of fun with that. Maybe we'll record more each day, because I know that some of the processes I want to actually do are going to take a lot longer than just an hour. But so basically, the goal of this map is I made a stream recently where I messed around with having mobs become hostile towards each other, and I want to make that into an actual map. I want to have a mob battles map where basically you have a team of 3 or so mobs, and you pit it against another team of 3 or so mobs. And they attack to the death. You can purchase better mobs. You can work your way up. It's a whole fun system. Now, it's obviously going to be a difficult map to make. There's a lot of things I need to get done. And we're going to start today with just trying to get the spawn mechanics down. So, first of all, for those of you who don't know, this is my map maker's world. This is the world that that I'm going to be using to make any maps that I make in the future. Right here is just a testing area. I can reset it at will. And over here we have different clone templates. We've got command replicators. We've got a whole bunch of basic stuff down here. If I look up, I go into game mode 3. If I look down, I go into game mode 1. I have a whole spawn platform. Just a lot of space for me to do redstone in. So we're not going to have any difficulty there, which is really great. It's already all set up for us. We're not going to spend 50 hours making this. I already did. Long ago. This is used in all the current maps I have, even though they're not published yet. Okay, so I think the goal of today is really to set it up to where we can grab data from a chest and spawn mobs somewhere. That's going to be difficult. Let me see here. We've got to first figure out where we want to actually make the map itself, because we don't really have anywhere set up for this. I mean, obviously all the stuff we make is going to get moved eventually. So let's go ahead and let me see here. It's typically best to work with it's easier to work with positive coordinates, I feel. So let's go ahead and work. Come on. Right over here, this corner. Right over in this corner. All right, so we're going to start making. Well, the problem is that we're going to be so far from the testing area. You know what? We're going to make it closer to the testing area, because that's going to make our life more convenient. We're going to make it over on this side, the map itself. Now, obviously, I'm just going to put out a rough template here. I do kind of want to make it high up, for starters. I'm probably going to move a lot of this, to be honest. Yeah, right here. Just go ahead, make it at level 200. Go ahead and fill this in all the way to over here. Yoink. Should be big enough platform for now. Let's make it grass. I forgot that grass is not a grass block. Yes, you guys are going to see all the mistakes that come with map making, which is fun. So this is for those of you aspiring command block workers and map makers out there who are interested to see how you actually do this. I've made a few maps before. This one, like I said, this is a medium-sized project. So if you're planning on doing a medium-sized project, this is sort of what you can expect. Obviously, we're going to make this eventually into. We're going to have an arena. I'm going to have some builders help me out with this. So we're going to have. Eventually, we're going to have an arena. We're going to have a place where you can buy mobs and set them on display. All these things are things we're going to be doing in the future. We're all going to do this relative to various armor stands, so that way we can actually move it. Okay. Now, alright, so the first thing we need is just a chest. Yoink. And I'm going to make a little bit of an arena right here. It's going to be just a fake arena for now. That way we can just get started on some of the more basic mechanics. Alright. Glass outline. Perfect. Alright. Maybe I can even fill the bottom here with... Oh, great. Let me get into the corner here. I'm going to fill the bottom of this with grass as well. 202. Or, you know what? Let's just go with air. That means we're going to need to put it inwards. Whatever. We're just going to put it... We're just going to use grass. Block. That time we did it right. Okay, so this is going to be our makeshift arena. Obviously, it's kind of lame right now. Don't worry about that. You know, you have to have a prototype, really, and so that's what we're building right now. Maybe we won't even make this game in the end. You never know, because maybe your idea is stupid. You shouldn't do it. So you got to get a prototype down. Okay, so we've got our little arena in here. You know, where you're going to have your enemies spawning in, and we're going to have your good guys spawning over here, or maybe over there. I don't know. Actually, let's move the chest a little bit closer. We can more conveniently work with all this. We probably should get a sword with some more damage. So I'm going to go ahead and open up MC Stacker over here on the other tab. That way I can give myself a sword that'll just one-hit kill everything. Diamond sword. Sword. Alright, I'm going to make it unbreakable. And I'm just going to add damage, attack damage, 1000. Alright, cool. Neat. Perfect. So that should give me a sword that'll just one-hit kill everything. Or I could even give myself a helmet that does that. You know what? We're going to do that quick. Player skull. Player head. Yeah, they changed a lot of things in Minecraft, which is interesting. It used to be player head, and now it's player skull. It's interesting whenever I go between Minecraft versions, because I do oftentimes... One second here before I actually go on. I do want to make sure this is only when it's on the head. Okay, good. Yeah, it's always interesting when you go between different Minecraft versions because different map makers have to use the different commands for everything. I feel as though commands are pretty set right now, which is nice. The one thing that is going to change in the future is combat. So that's why I'm kind of holding off on my mob arena. This is ultimate mob battles, right? Is that what I called it? That's what I should have called it. Yeah, ultimate mob battles. Because this is mobs battling against each other. Versus in the future, I actually want to make an arena where you battle against mobs, and there's going to be a prestige system and stuff like that. These are the various mobs that we could theoretically use. So I'm going to go ahead and plop all of these into a chest. Go ahead and grab a... what's it called? Sign. Well, we can actually mark some of these things. I'm terrible at marking things. So, theoretical. And then we're also going to have a chest of actual mobs we're going to use. We're going to figure this out probably this episode towards the end. Or this stream, I guess. I am streaming this, so if you guys actually want to tune in live, you can. It's much simpler for me to just stream it live and then edit and then do stuff in post, because I don't do editing. Alright, so we got our mobs right here. Now what I want to do is I want to pull data from this chest, and I want to spawn those mobs around here. Now this is going to be the tricky part, because I don't know how to do this. One theoretical way is to... So I'm going to have all the data in a spawn eggs. So let me show you guys an example right here. I'm going to go ahead and give myself a spawn... Let's go ahead and spawn a... What would be very noticeable? Let's just spawn a zombie and have him with a diamond helmet. That way it's fairly easy to see. Diamond helmet. Alright, so this way we can always tell if, you know, our commands are working properly. Alright, cool. So we got this zombie. This is not a normal zombie. He spawns with a diamond helmet. He's not a baby, yeah. So the rest of his attributes are random. It's just that he will always have a diamond helmet, which is kind of neat. Now, what I want to do is I want to plop this guy in here. This guy's special, obviously. He's our special zombie. I want to basically take the data for that and spawn him at a particular armor stand. We're going to have a bunch of different armor stands out here, ranging from armor stand number 1, armor stand number 9. I want to have it to where players can have some options of where to spawn their mobs. That way they can actually have some strategy involved there. There's going to be a lot more player interaction during the match. I don't want to make it entirely based on, you know, the mechanics of upgrading your mobs. I also want to have a fair bit of skill involved in it and strategy. Anyways, we're going to summon a few armor stands then. So I'm going to go ahead and get a summon command for that. Yoink. Summon an armor stand. I don't know all the particular tags, and it's also easier to just do this online, so I'm doing that really quickly. I'm going to put this guy as... Should I do it based on name or tag? All right. I'm just trying to think here. Oh boy. Okay, I'm going to... What's his name? Custom name. Alright, cool. We got this. Yoink. Alright. Hello, David Mortiz. We're currently working on a map right now, because that's what I love to do, and I'd rather do it on stream. Alright, this guy's going to be a marker. I should give him no gravity. I can never remember. I know that modern versions of Minecraft changed a lot, so let's go ahead. Let's go ahead. We can see, obviously, we have our armor stand in here. This guy's also temporary, just once again. By the way, David, so for those of you who are joining a little bit late, the basis of this game is you're going to have a team of mobs that you're going to pit against another enemy team's mobs. You'll be able to upgrade your mobs. Actually, I want to have it more like a loot box mechanic, to where you basically trade for a certain level egg, and that egg will give you a mob with stats within such and such a range. I'll tell the players all that information. Alright, so we got the zombie. Goal number 1, get him to spawn at this armor stand. So the problem with this is that basically you can't... We want to do this with any mob. We don't just want to do this with zombies. So easy method number 1. Spawn a dispenser at the armor stand, activate the dispenser, remove the dispenser. I don't like that idea, and the reason for that is that it involves actually placing blocks, so on and so forth. We're probably also going to put new AI in the spot. That way we can activate the game whenever we're ready. Just give them AI. But anyways, I want to... How are we going to go about this? Yeah, because then you'll be able to just like see the arena. Your mobs will be in a formation. Their mobs will be in a formation. 3, 2, 1, go. The mobs animate and they go after each other. That'll also allow us to make mobs aggressive at each other without having any problems. David says the whole idea sounds more interesting than my whole life. Aw, your life is interesting, man. Don't be mean to yourself. But thank you. I appreciate it. It's gonna be kind of fun. So the other idea that I want to try is spawn the zombie. First of all, when I spawn in the mobs, I want to spawn a item, and then these guys will be riding that item. So I'm going to pull the data from this spawning. Let's actually get the data first. Data get block, boop, boop, boop. Items, I believe, and then we go 0, and then we go dot entity tag. Oh, come on. That would be under tag.entity tag. Okay, cool. Yes. So there's going to be a lot of grabbing data here. So we've got this data, which is basically the data that we're going to want to plop onto the creature we're going to spawn. Actually, there's another problem we have. In that this does not include the data for the entity being spawned. So we would have to have that data somewhere else in this egg. And all of a sudden, this is getting really, really complicated. I don't like it. So I think we're going to take the lazy approach with the dispenser. That should be fairly simple. I don't think that's going to be a huge problem. So we're going to create a little command block setup right now. And we're going to have to do this all in the spawn chunks. So I actually might as well scoreboard players set at all book 1. So this is a special book right here. And this allows me to set teleportations. So I'm going to set this as teleport 1. And I'm going to come in here and we're going to do our redstone over here. For now, set teleport 2. Now I am going to be irresponsible. And I'm going to put redstone around places and willy-nilly. Actually, you know what? We're going to be a little bit responsible about this. When we set teleportations, or sorry, when we're going to set our redstone, we are going to designate chunks. So this chunk right here is going to be exclusively for spawn mechanics. Spawn mechanics. Alright, that's what this is going to be for. Yep, perfect. This is a method that I grabbed from someone else's map making work. Just designate chunks. Or designate areas, because remember I have a whole vertical space right there. Okay, so we're going to use the dispenser trick. Let me just use the book. Alright. I'm going to go ahead and remove this too for now. This basically allows me to go up and down layers very quickly. I'm going to go ahead and grab myself some command blocks here. Yeah, this will be a one-time function, so we're not going to have to worry too much about it. Actually, There's a lot of interesting stuff when it comes to redstone. I've been really lazy with my redstone. I guess like I'm walking you guys through my entire thought process when making these maps. Ideally, in your maps, you don't want any normal redstone components, and the reasoning behind that is basically it does cause lag. However, it does allow us to add delay, and that's something that we're actually going to kind of need for this. It's not very easy to add delay normally. We're going to have repeating command blocks, which is also kind of laggy. So what we're going to do here is whenever we want to spawn things, we're going to set this block to a redstone block. Alright. And then that's going to set it back to a stone block. Oh, it's just stone. So as an example, when we activate it, it quickly activates and then deactivates. Now dispensers, I believe they have a 2-tick time frame. We're going to figure this out immediately. So the first thing we're going to want to do is we're going to want to create a chain right here. And this chain is going to basically summon a dispenser right at each of these guys. And I think the way I want to do it, well, let's test this out here. Let's grab ourselves a dispenser. Okay. I want to see what rotation we ought to have the dispenser in. So if we put it vertically, I kind of want to do it vertically, but I want to test to make sure that this works properly. Yeah, so you see the problem is that when it spawns them vertically, they actually take a little bit of damage, which I don't want. That's not good. So we can't spawn it below. And the reasoning for that is basically it could delete the block below the armor stand. And we can't spawn it to the sides because then entities like spiders are going to suffocate as well. The reason I like spawning it above is because all we need to do is make sure that 2 blocks above the armor stand are clear. Oh, wait, did I actually grab the egg? Okay, good. I didn't actually grab the actual egg. So we're good. This is getting complicated. Well, okay, here's what I'm thinking as well. If we can delete this before they suffocate, we might be able to get away with this. So let's see if we can do that. The first command we're going to do is go ahead and set block dispenser. I'm going to go ahead, set block, boom, boom, boom. I need to figure out the rotation. Dispenser facing equals, oh, good, it's pretty easy. All right. Execute at E type equals armor stand, tag equals spawn, run, set block. And it's going to set the block one above it to a dispenser that's facing down. Neat. So now I've got our dispenser. So that's step one complete. Easy peasy. No problemo. Next one's a little bit more complicated. We need to, for spawn 1 through 9, grab the items from 1 through 9 and plop them in that dispenser. This is why I wish I had the redstone right next to it. But we can figure out that command fairly easily. So we got our dispenser now. This is the point in time where we got our dispenser. So we're going to go ahead and grab, data, modify, block. Items, 0. Right? Set from block, and it's going to set it from this block. Items, 0. Alright, so obviously we messed up here. So this is the format for items. So item 0 is basically giving us the spawn egg. It could be that we simply need... Yeah, actually it does have items. That's strange. If I did this. That didn't work. So this is going to modify all items, but I don't want to do that. I just want to modify the first item, which is our problem. Yeah, so I think that what we actually have to do is we have to place items in this dispenser, which I don't want to do, because then that's going to complicate our process even more. Nuts. This is getting really, really complicated. Okay. So we're going to have to summon a dispenser. This is not just going to be at tag equals spawn, but name equals spawn 1. And this dispenser is going to have items. Sorry, we're going to have some data in there. Let's see here. So items, slot 0B, ID equals blank. Or sorry, ID equals stone or something like that. All right, slot. Slot 0B, ID, Minecraft, stone. Let's double check to make sure that we got those tags right. So items, slot, I misspelled slot. Slot should have a capital S. Slot 0B, ID, Minecraft stone. Might need count as well. Alright, so now it's not working, which is strange. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and whip up a command online, since this isn't going to work with a source I know. Dispenser. Alright, slot 0 is just going to be stone. Or chiseled sandstone. That's what it's telling me. Alright, perfect. Here we go. So now for some reason it's working. Okay, so now when we do this, if we come over here to Mr. Dispenser, it's not working properly, which is very strange. Oh, because there's already a dispenser there. That should work now. All right. Yep. So now, as you can see, we have a chiseled sandstone right in here for us, which is great. So we're making a tiny bit of progress here. Now, what we need to do is we need to basically take that data. All right. Now, if we data modify block, there we go. So now we get the zombie spawn egg. Now, if we spawn him, he's the zombie we want. Perfect. Yeah. So now, obviously, it's not working again because we don't have anything in that slot. But if we have that sandstone, it works completely fine. Actually, you know what we can even do? We can be lazy, or sorry, we can just go ahead and put all the items in here. We don't even have to put this. We don't have to customize the command. We just do this. Oh, never mind, that's not gonna work. All right, never mind. We do have to just do item 0. All right. Yeah, this makes it complicated because now we need 9 commands in order to set the dispenser, 9 commands in order to clone the data, and then we just need 1 command to spawn everything. So that's nice. However, we're going to need to go through and do that quick, because otherwise it's gonna give us difficulty. Right, so this first section is going to be setting dispensers. All right. And actually, I'm going to change this to stone. That way it's going to make our life way easier for some of the other stuff we're going to have to do. Because we don't want it spawning chiseled sandstone. Alright. So we're going to go ahead and do this. Except this is going to be spawn 2. And instead of slot 0B, it's going to be slot 1B. And we've got to go through and we've got to do that 9 more times. Actually, I believe I have a tool online just for this. Minecraft generator. There's a guy who has a website / which tool is this? I'm trying to find which tool it is. No. Ah, yes. Perfect. PC basic Terra. I can figure out this guy's main website. Yeah, it looks like this guy actually doesn't have... I'm trying to find... Because there's a website where I can do... Yeah, whatever. I'm gonna ignore it for this stream. I'll find it later on. There is a way that I can basically increment command blocks. However, for some reason, the website that I thought has that does not have that. There are so many different tools in Minecraft, it's crazy. So this way we can actually give the players some variety in where they can spawn their mobs. I really want that to be the case. I don't want to limit them a ton. Obviously right now we're only using 1 spawn for the sake of testing, but we'll make sure to add in more armor stands later on. Slot equals 6. So this is the boring part of redstone is... Wait, this is 7, correct? Yeah, 7. 7, 8 is just doing these same commands over and over and over again. And then finally 9. 9. Alright, cool. So we can go ahead and setting dispenser and okay, cool. So that's setting the dispensers. So now we've got the setting of the dispensers. Now we actually got to clone the data, which is, once again, another hard part. And we're going to go ahead and move upwards for that. Go ahead and go back around this way quick. All right. So So data modify. So actually what we got to do is we got to change this command. It's got to be execute at E, type equals armor stand, name equals spawn 1, tag equals spawn, run. Ah, I misspelled type. I was wondering why this wasn't working. Tag equals spawn. And it's going to run and then it's going to modify the data of the block above it from this block right here. Now this is a problem because we are going to have to change the location of this chest in the future when we actually get the map set up. Or we could simply just leave this chest here and clone the data to this chest and then clone the data to the armor stands, but we'll see in due time. Alright, so if I do that, let's go ahead and make sure that this was working properly. We should get the zombie in here. Yeah, there we go. That's working properly. Now, ideally, I could have an armor stand right here. The problem is that I can't grab the coordinates of where a particular armor stand is, which is a problem. So we're going to have to go ahead and use this method. Yoink. Just like so. Boom. Alright, so there we go. That's the first one complete. Now we've got to go ahead and add in a whole bunch more for every single one of these. Spawn 2. Of course, we're going to have to add signs in after this as well. And this should be, I think, the main grunt work, really, which is nice. Once again, it is kind of annoying having to do this bit by bit. And we probably could figure out a way to do this much more simply. For instance, we could probably cycle through various armor stands. The problem is still getting the data from the chest, is that we will need at least 9 commands to get individual data from the individual slots. Spawn 7. And the other interesting thing about this is that we'll probably have to use a similar system for the enemy as well, which is going to be a little bit annoying. We're probably going to have to copy all of this and just add like a little bit to the spawn, like maybe spawn 1. And we'll also have to change the coordinates of the blocks again. Thankfully, we don't have to change the coordinates of this. All right. Setting dispenser data. Yoink. Dispenser data end. Perfect. Now that's the complicated stuff. We can finally move on. Same David. Oh, awesome. Welcome to the stream, Import. This is going to be a pretty fun single player game. I'm not sure how long you've been here for, so let me know and I can explain what's going on here to you. Alright, so to test this out, we're going to go ahead and we're going to change the name of this armor stand quick. Or, sorry, yeah, we're going to change the name of this armor stand quick. Or, actually, let's just spawn another armor stand. Why not? We can go ahead and go back up to the summon. This guy's going to be spawn 2. And we're going to go ahead and just grab a regular old spider. And see if this works. This should work. 2 minutes. Oh, welcome to the stream then. The goal of this game, hold on a second here, redstone block, is basically the player is going to have a whole bunch of mobs they have access to, and these mobs will all have various stats listed on the spawn egg. The player can place these into a various formation, and they'll pit their team of mobs against another team of mobs. I found out a system the other day to make any mob in the game mad at any other mob, and so this is basically utilizing that concept. I haven't seen any sort of map similar online, which is why I kind of want to do it, and it's a project that I can get done during the school year. There's another project I want to do, but since they're changing Minecraft combat soon, I want to hold off on it. Alright, so, moment of truth. If this works properly, there should be a spider spawn egg in there and a zombie in there. No. There is not a spider spawn egg in there. That's a problem. We can see what's wrong here. Data. Oh, I know what it is. You see, here's the problem. This is item 0, not item 2. So actually, this is a fairly simple fix. This one's correct. This one's incorrect. We just need to change that, and we're done. Because basically, sorry, how do I put this? The data for blank slots isn't stored in Minecraft. Only the data for actual items. So long as we keep this to 0, and we don't put anything else in these dispensers, which we shouldn't, because we don't need to, we'll be fine. Perfect. Let's go ahead and retest this real quick. Yoink. Yoink. Sorry. Where's mine? Crazy. There we go. So zombie, spider, yes, perfect. Alright, so that's part 1 complete. Now, before we go too far into this, I want to figure out the dispense time on a dispenser. If we set block, boom, 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 to redstone block, it'll activate the dispenser. However, there is a certain delay before the dispenser activates. Let me show you. Let me show you real quick. Let's go ahead and copy this command and just change it to stone. Because I tried to do this in a map before, and it simply didn't work. This should be a chain. Alright, so if we go ahead and activate this, yoink, it actually did activate the dispenser. My life is a lie. I can't believe it. That's actually kind of surprising. Now, what if we fill this with air? Will it still activate, or sorry, air. Will this still activate the dispenser, or what'll happen? Now I'm really curious how much we can get away with. Alright, looks like we can't quite do that. We can't get away with that. So we couldn't spawn this zombie, for instance, using just this method. We would have to put a slight delay on it. Let's go ahead and put it right here. Impulse. Yoink. Actually, this doesn't work either. You need to put a delay on it. There we go. So you need a 2-tick delay before you actually delete the dispenser itself, which is interesting. And that might cause us some problems. Okay. Well, let's go ahead and basically get this command set up right here. So this is the rest of it. It should be fairly simple. Execute at E, type equals armor stand, tag equals spawn, run set block, up 2 blocks, redstone block. And then it's going to set that to stone. And last but not least, it's going to delete it in 2 ticks. So we're going to actually fill this with air. Perfect. So if we tested this correctly, we should spawn a zombie and a... Oh, great. Spider. Oh, and they didn't even take damage. That's what I wanted. That is perfect. That's exactly what I wanted. So we've got our mob spawning system set up. No problem. I mean, it's going to look a little bit weird, but that's what we're going to have to put up with. Look at them. Aren't they beautiful? So now no matter what spawn egg we put in here, so long as it has the proper data, it will spawn them. So what that means is that for the spawn eggs themselves, we don't have to modify the mob according to the data on the spawn egg. We can have the data on the spawn egg just match the rest of the data on the lore on the spawn egg match the data of the spawn egg, if that makes any sense. Because basically we have to have a description of all the properties of these mobs, because we're going to be modifying all that data. This is great, because if we just go ahead and put, let's go ahead and put a shulker here. Shulker spawn egg. It'll go ahead and spawn a shulker here. Oh, interesting thing, the shulker actually teleports since it's in the air, which is really annoying. But I bet if we move the whatchamacallit to the ground will be good. I don't think we'll use shulkers if they actually teleport around. I didn't know that they could do that. Yeah, so let's figure that out in a little bit. Nice. So we figured this out. We figured out the spawning. Spawning, check. No problem. We've got a system for spawning the good guys. We still need a system for spawning the bad guys, but basically that's just a clone of spawning the good guys. Might even do that off camera. I don't know. So the next step is to figure out what sort of mobs we are and are not going to allow in the map. We've got all the options right here. Yoink, yoink, yoink. Now I want to have all these mobs have, different properties they can get. So for instance, knockback resistance, speed, etc. I want all of that. So I think we obviously need our basics. We need our creepers, zombies, spiders, skeletons. I don't think we can really go without those. These are just name brand mobs. Now, there's some other ones. I don't think we really need cave spiders. They're just a smaller version of spiders, so they don't really have any weaknesses, and they give you poison. So we could possibly have cave spiders if we had like a smaller spider. The problem is that poison doesn't work on the vast majority of mobs, and the ones it does work on, like, let me see here. Trying to think of yeah, and the one it does work on, which is a creeper, would obviously just explode. Oh, creepers. Now creepers I definitely want to have in this map. Now they're going to be weird. We probably should game rule do mob griefing false. I'm sorry, mob griefing false. Creepers are going to be like that kamikaze mob where they're going to be useful to have maybe one in your team because they can go in, kill an opponent, and damage another opponent. The problem is obviously creepers can be killed by ranged mobs. So they have a weakness right there. Now, speaking of ranged mobs, what about blazes? So I'm definitely considering blazes right now. And we have extras of some of these in here too, by the way. I need to compress this down. So let's actually do this in the order that we have considered them. Go ahead and consider blazes next. Now, the reason that I'm hesitant to put blazes in the map is because what if you get a blaze and a ground mob? There's no way that ground mob's going to kill that blaze. Blazes are like a legendary mob in that they can barely be touched. I mean, you know what? That's not a terrible idea. Why not have a mob that's very, very difficult to defeat? Skeletons can still take them down. Blazes cannot take down other blazes, though, I think. And that's a problem. Yeah, let's go check that out quick, because I should still have this system set up. Let's go ahead and summon a blaze up here. I was testing on villagers last time. So we got a blaze. Yoink. Got some other blazes right here. Why is this guy poisoned? That's strange. Alright, let's just take care of these guys. Alright, let's spawn a blaze. Quick. That's weird that he's taking damage. What? So are those blazes just dealing damage to their buddy here? Doesn't seem right. I don't know why this guy's taking damage. That is so strange. If we summon a villager, for instance, will this happen as well? Because that's not supposed to happen. Nah. But they do attack the villager, obviously, which is good. The villager's a bit far away at this point, but they can still hit it. Yeah, so the problem is that they can't kill other blazes. So that's kind of an issue. Which is why I don't think we should probably include blazes in the map. They simply can't kill each other due to their fire resistance, and I don't like that. And also there's that weird bug, which I can't explain. So blazes, sorry to say, we can't include. Pillagers. Pillagers are a basic mob. They're kind of like skeletons, I think. I'm not sure. I haven't really used pillagers, but from what I understand, they shoot arrows, and that's it. So they can be killed by anything, really. So let's actually go into survival. Drink some test potions. Yeah. So their attack is very slow. They're fast. They don't strafe. I like them. They're kind of like a version. They're another version of a skeleton, really. We can go with that. We can go with that. Because we've already got quite a bit of melee here. Vindicators. No. Or, sorry, wait. Vindicators are the ones with axes, right? If they're the one with axes, that's fine. How much damage? Oh, that's a lot of damage. Yeah, so Vindicators are just fine. They're just really fast. So they'll be like your speedy bro. We definitely need to... Oh, well, we have mob drops. Is there a game rule for mob drops? Do mob loot false. Perfect. So we can disable mob loot now. I think Vindicators are a good add. They're a speedy version of the of just a melee mob. The main problem is their damage, so we're going to have to figure out how to nerf that. Which isn't going to be too big of an issue. Witches are one I definitely want to have. My question is, what happens when a bunch of witches get mad at a skeleton? Can they beat the skeleton is my question. Because that would be interesting, because then skeleton... because then witches would have some major weaknesses. In that they can't damage the skeleton. Yeah, you see, they can't damage the skeleton. They can't damage undead mobs, essentially. So they could really only damage, you know, your normal mobs. But let's go ahead and summon a Vindicator. Just like so. Yeah, you see, if these guys were to attack the Vindicator, they are not mad at the Vindicator. That's a problem. I figured they would be mad at the Vindicator. Yeah, it presents a challenge, because I figured that these guys would be mad at the Vindicator. I guess that's a weird exception to the rule. If we summoned a spider, obviously they could get mad at it. Yeah, go kill that spider. Yeah, so they're throwing stuff at it. I don't think they'll have to actually throw damage potions at it. So really, the witches are kind of a gimmicky mob because they would really only throw potions of poison. And that's really only useful against a few mobs. Let's go ahead and check which ones we have so far. Probably just creepers, really. Yeah, because these guys wouldn't... I don't think they would attack... So yeah, that's another issue. They wouldn't attack Vindicators and Pillagers. Wait, could Pillagers attack other Pillagers? I want to check before we get too far into this. Because if Pillagers can't get mad at other Pillagers, there's no reason to have them. Let's go ahead and spawn some Pillagers. Ooh, this is getting tricky. We might be very limited on the number of mobs we have. Oh, they don't. Pillagers don't attack each other. What about Vindicators? We're losing mobs like flies right now. Vindicators. Well, first I want to see if these guys attack each other. I'm just curious. No, they don't. They must be like the same race or something like that, which is why they don't. That's annoying. Do Vindicators attack each other? Because we might just lose Vindicators too. They don't. Okay. That's bad. So we just lost a ton of mobs. Vindicators, Pillagers. Let's check out Witches one last time, though. So since we've removed Vindicators and Pillagers, since they can't hurt each other, essentially, can witches attack other witches? Because if witches can attack other witches, they might be just like that garbage mob you have in your... you know, that garbage spawn you get every once in a while. You're like, I really want a zombie. Oh, I got a witch. It's useless. Alright. If witches can attack other witches, that's good for me. Can they? They don't. Why is that witch showing a bow? Oh, because I have it so where they can spawn with a bow. Alright. That is annoying. Great. So we can't have witches. Actually, which is very annoying. So now I'm really considering blazes, even though they would be immune to some mobs. Great. So witches wouldn't work because they simply can't kill each other. Well, blazes can't kill each other either, so that's why they don't work. Creepers can technically kill each other, although it's a weird situation. Evokers, these guys are really overpowered, aren't they? Yeah, these guys are the really overpowered ones. We can't have them. Shulkers, we already said that we're not going to use. Strays and husks would obviously be just fine. They're just another version of skeletons and zombies, though. This is problematic because all of a sudden our vast array of mobs has gone down to pretty much nothing here. And I do think we probably should add in cave spiders, simply due to the fact that it is good to have a rare mob that's really, really good. So this would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, a 1 in 7 chance to get a cave spider, which are pretty nice. The most common mobs you're going to get are a version of skeleton or a version of zombie. I don't think that husks have any advantage on zombies. I do think strays have an advantage in that they have slowness arrows. So that's interesting. This still feels like too few mobs to me, though. I feel like we need more, which is an issue. Let's go back through our options. Let's go ahead and check out spawn. And remember that there's actually more mobs in the games than this. Oh, zombie pigmen. I forgot we had zombie pigmen. We should check out that. Zombie pigmen is the next thing we're going to check out. Vex might be interesting, actually. Wither skeletons, perhaps. Silverfish. Silverfish Silverfish would be really weird. Silverfish wouldn't work because they can go into blocks, actually. Salmon, no, definitely not. Polar bear. Wait, polar bears. I wonder if those guys work like I think they do. If they do, then that might be interesting. Guardians don't work. I checked. Mule, panda, ghasts, fox, evoker, endermen. Endermen don't work, sadly, because they just teleport when you hit them. Drowns don't attack each other. Or sorry, drowns don't work for some reason. I checked them. Blaze, bee, bat. Bees might be interesting. I don't think bees attack each other, though. Alright. Zombie pigmen, they do attack each other, if I remember right. So let's go ahead and check that out. Because we might include these mobs as well. Let's go ahead and summon a zombie pigman. Alright. Go ahead and yoink. Go after him. Yeah, they will attack their fellow brethren if they're mad at him, so. That's cool. Alright. Zombie pigmen are a must-have. Those guys are cool. That's like 3 melee mobs, though, that are exactly the same is the thing. Zombies, husks, and zombie pigmen. Although zombie pigmen are faster, so. That'd be nice. Vexes. Vexes would be kind of like the Blaze. I'll also go see if Vexes can attack each other. I don't really know much about Vexes. And then I want to see if zombies can actually hit them. Because then they're a definite yes for me. Because they can go through blocks and all sorts of other fancy stuff. Alright, let's go ahead and spawn one of these fellas. Wait, they actually do. They're mad at him now. He can't attack back because he's got a bow. Let me change that. Oh no, it's fine actually. That's strange. Okay, so that's good. They attack. So let's see what happens if we get a bunch of Vexes mad at like a zombie pigman. Zombie, or just one Vex. The zombie pigman hit him. Oh, we need to change his weapon, don't we? Alright, where is his bow? Let's change that to a diamond sword. There we go. Perfect. Alright, so now he's mad at the zombie pigman. He wants to kill the Vex. Vexes might be an interesting mob to have. Wait, is the Vex already uninterested again? The Vex looks like it's not... Oh. Oh, the Vex did attack him. Okay. This might be a drawn-out fight, though. Because look at how long it's taking the Vex to attack. Oh, yep. Yep, that's cool. Okay. So we're definitely going to have Vexes. If they can attack each other, they can attack, you know, other mobs, too. Wither Skeleton should obviously be not too problematic. Wither Skeleton, they would be just a melee. I don't know. So Wither Skeletons would just be another melee mob is the problem. I think we might limit the number of melee mobs we have in the end. Yeah, that's cool. All right. I kind of like Wither Skeletons. We'll probably use Wither Skeletons instead of like husks. That way we'll have still a bunch of options here. Polar bears. Polar bears are kind of interesting because I know they have some hostility. They're a neutral mob. Polar bear. Ooh, that's cool. That's cool. That's neat. All right, let's go polar bear versus... Okay, so let's just go with some weird mobs right now to see if it works. Polar bears and some zombie pigmen. Yeah, it works for sure. polar bear is having a lot of difficulty killing them. So maybe we can have some nice knockback resistance on this polar bear. But that's cool. I didn't even know that was really a thing. So we're going to use the polar bear. Polar bear is neat. He's a cool mob. And now we're going to have a lot more mobs. We've got Vexes, Zombie Pigmen, Wither Skeletons, and these guys. So we're going to remove Husks, I think, because they don't really have... They're basically a clone of zombies, and we don't need that. However, so this gives us a lot of melee mobs and a lot of ranged mobs and some special mobs. So we're going to go ahead and organize these real quick. Ranged up top. Oh, wow, we really don't have a lot of ranged mobs, do we? Polar Vexes are actually special. Yes, we have... The vast majority of the mobs are going to be melee mobs. We've got Vexes, which are kind of special, Creepers, as well as, you know, these two ranged. That's kind of neat. Let's go ahead and see, because I know we might be able to find some more passive mobs to do this with. Because we have, like, wolves and stuff like that, too, we could use, perhaps. Although that's going to be more melee. I'm just trying to think if we have any other ranged mobs in the game. There's drowns with, like, tridents that you could use. Could also have shulkers. Is there a way to keep shulkers from teleporting? Phantoms don't work. We already tried that. Endermite. Because shulkers would be like another legendary that you might want to get. Let's go into spectator mode. TP at E tag equals spawn. Down one. Oh, whoops. Let's go ahead and teleport. Name equals spawn 1. This is just going to change your spawn position. Alright, so I want to see what happens if we spawn a couple of shulkers here. I can leave the zombie spawn egg in there. Because I do want to see how it's going to work out. Did the shulkers... So the shulkers actually can spawn on the ground level. That's funny. I need to look up shulker teleportation. Shulker. Because we could just make sure that the armor stands are on the ground and shulkers are taken care of. When do shulker teleports? It attempts to teleport 5 attempts per tick to an air block within a 17 by 17 by 17 cuboid. If it finds a solid block to teleport. What? Oh, if the block it occupies becomes something other than air. Okay, that's interesting. Okay, so shulkers are actually kind of viable. We could definitely make this work. And shulkers are kind of deadly, because if they hit you, you kind of fly out into the middle of nowhere and you're dead. So we might need to nerf them. Let's go ahead and test out some shulkers here. Quick. Just to see what they work on. Let's test to see if... Because we know they can get mad at anything. Shulker. Let's see if they get mad at polar bears. Or if the polar bear gets mad at it. Oh, it does. So, you know, obviously this is a problem for the polar bear. Because the polar bear can't do anything. He's just stuck up there. So this would really be a legendary mob to have on your side. Now, we probably will put like a height limit on the arena, and we'll probably have some limits to these guys. Actually, let me check here. Let's get some skeletons. and just see how. Let's see if they can take down this shulker. Ideally, I'd want just one skeleton. Oh, the skeleton's strafe, so that's interesting. So skeletons can kind of avoid this shulker. And it's looking like only one of them can hit him at once, so let me just take you out. Yeah, we can definitely balance all of this. Because we can change the amount of time that the shulker shots are left alive. We can change the effective levitation. We can change the size of the arena. We can definitely balance things around these guys. And I think that you can actually modify the color of the shulker shell. Let me check this out. If we go summon a shulker. Let me see here. Color. Yeah, you can change the color of it. That's interesting. So we can have a random property on the shulker that's its color, which is kind of interesting. Yeah, that's kind of neat. I like that. We'll probably end up doing that in the end. Like, give it 3 or so colors. Maybe more. We'll see. Because I think that would be neat to just have shulkers. And then maybe with the enemy shulkers can be another color, you know, just for the sake of things. Let's go ahead and spawn a shulker and make all of these zombies mad at him. Alright. Will a crowd full of 4 zombies be able to take down a shulker? Let's see. Now, obviously, the shulker would be mad in advance. Yeah, so it looks like if you have a team of several things attacking the shulker is going to go down. And also, another disadvantage to shulkers is that they do make the battle take longer. So that's kind of annoying. Oh, and they do teleport around. Yeah, because now you can't actually kill that shulker. Because that shulker is outside of the arena. And that's a big problem. That's a really big problem. Can you set it to where the shulker can't teleport? No, you cannot. So if we include shulkers, we're going to have to do a lot of balancing around them, which is the problem. And they do teleport when melee mobs attack them. So because of that, I don't think they're a possibility, even though I really, really want to use them. I wish we had another ranged mob is the problem. Pillagers would be really good if we could have them, but pillagers just don't attack each other, which is really annoying. They'll attack everything else, so pillagers are good just in general. Witches maybe too, but I mean witches attack each other, right? No, they don't. So witches don't work because they don't attack each other. Let's just take a look at summon. Also, let me just take a look at the different mobs in Minecraft. Because maybe there's some that don't have a spawn egg, per se. And we can always get spawn eggs for them. Alright, so we've got the passive mobs, which we can't use. Oh, interesting. How do pufferfish work? I want to check out pufferfish real quick. Ah, they poison you. Okay, well that's pretty anticlimactic. Actually, pufferfish would be kind of interesting. But we've already got cave spiders, so we're good. Endermen. So the problem with Endermen is obviously that they dodge the arrows, so I don't think you could hit them. Blazes, no. Chicken Zockies, creepers, drowns, elder guardians, endermites, evokers, ghasts, guardians, husks, magma cubes, phantoms, pillagers, ravengers. Ravengers might be interesting. Silverfish, skeleton, skeleton horse, stray vindicator, witch. Okay, yeah, a lot of these are not really possible to work with. I wonder if iron golems can attack each other. Oh, wait. You can summon illusioners? Oh, and we have killer bunnies. I completely forgot about killer bunnies. Killer bunnies would be overpowered, though. Let's summon an illusioner. I have never seen the illusioner in game. I'm very curious as to what this guy does. Summon some skeletons too. Oh, wow. Does the illusioner have any attacks? Like, how is he gonna kill these guys? I don't think he has an attack. That's interesting that the mobs actually attack the correct one each time. Let me go check information on a little more information on the illusioner. Natural equipment, bow. Oh, he typically has a bow. Let me give him a bow to see if he can attack. Because if this guy can attack, this would be epic. I need to kill him wherever he's at. Alright, killed him. We're good. Let me go ahead and summon him with a bow this time. Oh, he can! Yes! You know what we're using now. We're using an illusioner. We just gotta figure out how to get an illusioner spawn egg, if possible. I don't think you can, is the problem. Give at P spawn egg. Wait, how do spawn eggs work in Minecraft? Oh, so it's like skeleton spawn egg. So illusioner spawn egg does not exist. Okay, that's a problem. Oh. Well, you know what we could do? Well, let's actually first, before we get too far into this. I want to figure, I don't know how to kill him. Yeah, there you are, there you are. Let's see if zombies can take him down. Or a bunch of polar bears or something like that. Because what we can do is we can just stack him on an item. Grab just a ton of zombies. Yeah, alright, so now all of these guys are mad at him. That's kind of neat, though, how he just, like, phases through walls and whatnot. You can kind of tell which one's real and which one's fake, too, which is neat. That's cool. I really like the illusioner. We're going to use the illusioner for sure if we can figure out how to do it. Obviously, we need to balance his health and all that, but... let me just check to make sure that MC Stacker can summon the illusioner. Or let's actually summon an item. Wait, is there a spawn egg with an item on it? I don't think so. Here we go. We're going to give a spawn egg. Okay, let's see here. Spawn a bat who is going to die immediately because he has 0 health. Wait, can you just summon it with death time 1? Curious. So yeah, it looks like the Illusioner is kind of difficult for normal mobs to beat. So we're definitely going to have to nerf its speed and everything. Alright, so here's a bat. Let's give him 0 health. Okay, good. So now if we make a... Can we make an entity riding this bat? Let's change the spawn egg then to something I know that can be ridden. A zombie. Zombie. Oh, interesting. 1 second here. Let me see the difference here. Because if I summon a mob... I can easily put passengers on it. If I give a spawn egg, like a bat spawn egg, can I put passengers on it? Strange. All right, 1 second here. Let me... All right. I want to figure this out. So let's give ourselves a bat spawn egg. This is the spawn egg to give ourselves a bat who has, 1 health. Let's go see if we can summon an Illusioner as a passenger. Entity tag. All right, let's see if this actually works. So if this actually works, that's amazing. Okay, so that didn't work. Let's add some more. Why doesn't this work? What if I just did this? That's not working. I don't think that you can put passenger data in spawn eggs, which is a bummer. So we would have to summon the Illusioner outright. We couldn't use the spawn egg, which is not good. You see, in previous versions of Minecraft, it was actually possible to obtain spawn eggs for mobs that didn't exist. So you could obtain an Iron Golem spawn egg, for instance, or a giant spawn egg. You just have to go through the various spawn eggs, the damage tag. I don't think that that's possible anymore. So I really, really want to use the Illusioner, but I'd have to figure out how. And I don't know how. So we would have to have, once again, we'd have to have some sort of spawn egg with passenger data if we could figure out how to do that. So this bat should have 0 health. So bow, grab a bow, and I hit this guy, which will take me 1,000,000 years. Yeah, he'll die instantly. Let's see how the tags are here. So health. So bat with an Illusioner riding it. bat has barely any health. Alright, so it literally is just a comma right here with passengers illusioner, just like this. That's what it's like. What if we summon it with passengers zombie? Would that work at all? That doesn't work. Alright, however, if we go ahead and just summon a bat, this should work. Just fine. Correct? No, that's weird. It's not working at all now. Oh, health 1F, passengers. Just like so, right? Yeah, that's working now, which is strange. But when I give myself a spawn egg... Oh, maybe I'm doing the data wrong. Okay, so let's see here. So at the summon, it looks like this. Let's go ahead and grab this. I'm going to copy that, actually. I'm going to go ahead and go like this. That doesn't work for some reason. That's strange. Can I modify the data of an item to have that, though? Let's get health 1F. Alright. Oh, 1 second here. I just need another one of these. Okay, cool. Yeah, that's so strange that it doesn't work. Let's actually plop this into a chest and just get the data for it, just to see. Data get block. Boom, boom. Because now I really want to get the illusioner to work, but I don't think that we can. Which is kind of annoying, because that's... Frosty Trap, welcome to the stream. He says, oh, hey, how long have you been doing Minecraft command stuff? Ever since I got into Minecraft, but I just got back into Minecraft recently, so 1.15 commands, only about, I guess, less than a month. But normal Minecraft command stuff, years and years and years and years and years. So it's just a matter of learning the new commands. I already know all the NBT stuff. But this is strange, because you can't spawn... You can't use a spawn egg to spawn something with passengers. Which means that we actually can't use illusioners. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. And Well, I'm 90% certain this isn't going to work, but... Data get entity, i.e. type equals zombie, limit equals 1, sort equals nearest. Alright, so this guy, what if we could summon a illusioner, however it's a particular mob and we just change the ID of the mob? I am 90% certain that that's not possible, but we could try. Let's see here. Problem is that zombies have a lot of tags. I should not have done this. Oh boy. Yeah, let's go ahead and summon something a little bit simpler. Let's summon skeletons are a little bit complicated too. Husks are going to be complicated. Spiders are the simplest mob. They don't have a lot of MBT. Frosty says, oh, that's cool. Same here. I still can't wrap my head around the new 1.13 system and am fully dependent on online guides and MC Stacker. Yeah, I love MC Stacker. I've got it open right now. there's a lot of new stuff that I'm working on. Recently, I just figured out how to make any mob in the game out of any other mob in the game, and so we're making concepts based off of that. The execute is probably the main thing you'd be struggling with, because execute has changed entirely. But once you figure it out, it's really neat. I mean, you'll see me using it a little bit in this video. Also, data. The data command is way more advanced now. But anyways, data get, entity at e, type equals spider. Oh, also the syntax has changed. So you see right here, limit equals 1. So it used to be C. I'm sure you're used to that. And then it doesn't sort automatically to the closest. So you have to do sort equals nearest. Back in 1.8, it would sort to the nearest, and now it doesn't do that anymore. But anyways, let's see the ID of Mr. Spider here. Spider with the following data. Blah, 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 blah. Name. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that that data isn't stored in the NBT, which makes sense. I'm looking through all the strings right now because it would probably be stored as a string, the ID of the mob. That's fine. I'm just trying to figure out how we can use an illusioner, because basically the method we're using right now, just so that way I can show you. Yoink. Is basically the mobs in the chest. So right here we have 2 shulkers set up. Let me change it to a zombie. It will spawn them along with whatever data is in that mob. So you see this guy has a diamond helmet because this spawn egg has a diamond helmet on it. And I want to get it to that where we can spawn an illusioner, but we've run into a lot of problems, including that you cannot put passenger data on spawn eggs, which baffles my brain. Seriously does. Well, let me try it. Let me just see if you can spawn like a horse. Give at p horse. Spawn horse. Yeah, you can't have passenger data, which is so weird. And okay, so here's all right, I have an idea. It's going to be complicated and it's going to make our life difficult, but it will allow us to put illusioners into this map. Frosty says, oh cool, I just made something similar to that last time I worked with commands. Do you use the projectiles with the owner UUID of a specific mob to make them aggro? Yeah, I'm using projectiles right now. Is there a better way to do it that you found? Because I know that you can use other projectiles. You could use, for instance, like potions and whatnot, but I found arrows to be the best. But yeah, that was interesting because you actually, how do I put it? You can't add an owner UUID tag to an existing entity. They actually have to already have it, so you have to summon them with that tag. And there were a lot of difficulties we came into figuring that out yesterday. But yeah, is that the way you did it? No, I'm trying to, okay. What am I thinking here? All right, what I'm thinking is we have something like a pillager's, or let me just take a look at the spawn eggs just to see if we can find one that's colorful enough to be illusioner. We find one that can have all the same tags. So we get, yeah, I'm thinking, oh, drowned is good. Let's use a drowned spawn egg. And an anvil. So what we're going to do is we're going to take the data how about this? If a drown is spawned in the map, then the data is pulled from that, an illusioner will be spawned at that location. The main entity data of the drowned will be transferred to the illusioner, and then the drowned will be killed. That way we can technically use illusioners, but it's going to be the most annoying thing ever, because we're basically gonna have to transfer over a lot of data. Um, but it'll allow us to have illusionaries, which I really want, because I think that would be a really cool mob to have in the map. Frosty says, sadly, no. Sadly, no, I do the same thing. I saw something that achieved a similar effect on Minecraft subreddit, but the poster sadly hasn't given an explanation. It looked like it didn't use projectiles, so it may have used potions, like you said. Yeah, because I'm thinking that potions might work. We can check right now. Actually, you know what? Can we just change the commands to try potions? Potion. Let me get a splash potion right here. Instant damage. Data get at E entity. Entity at E type equals potion. Limit equals 1. Sort equals nearest. So this might be a better way to do it. Does it have an owner UUID? It does. See? And it's stored in a different type of tag, which is interesting. The other option would be to use fireballs. Fireballs is another entity that you can have. But fireballs, there's certain mobs that are immune to them, which is why I try to use arrows. And the other issue is that with potions, there are mobs that are immune to instant damage. There's mobs that don't get hurt by instant health. So you'd have to use Wither, and then Wither would take a little bit to occur, and I don't know if mobs get mad at you just based off of that. So I don't think you could use potions. But that would be interesting to see if you could do it using a different method. All right. Let's go back to the game here. So we're going to use illusioners in the end, but we're just going to pull data from drowns. The problem is that I don't know what data I want to modify about mobs yet, so I don't know. Actually, you know what? I'm just going to go ahead and create that system right now, if I can. We're just going to try to pull as much data as we can from drowns. All right. Let's go ahead and make an illusioner system. Illusioner. Perfect. Frosty says, not gonna lie, I always saw in my feed that you were streaming Minecraft, but I always ignored it since I was likely busy working on something in Minecraft myself. Oh, that's great. Yeah. I often get caught up in projects and don't watch streamers too often either, but it is fun always to interact and work on projects. This is going to be really cool. I hope to get more map makers in my streams doing this. I think this would be a really neat project. All right, so before we get too far, let me go ahead and whip up a spawn egg over here. And thanks for tuning in, by the way. I really do appreciate it. All right, we're going to go ahead and get a drowned spawn egg. Kill at E type equals drowned. I just want to make sure there's no drowns in the world. Because there is no way for me to... There's no world editing tools in 1.15 anymore. I've got to publish this map eventually because there is a semi-world editing tool here. You can copy regions into this world, which is really neat. I'll have an explanation for that later on. Yeah, I'm glad I didn't ignore you this time. Cool. Yeah, I appreciate it, man. We're gonna have we're gonna see if we can make this work. As much as I'd love to stay, unfortunately, I might have to head to sleep very soon. That's fine. That's understandable, man. I've got some stuff to get done today and tomorrow myself early in the morning, so I feel ya. All right, so we're gonna execute at all drowns. Summon an illusioner. Except we're going to want to make sure that the illusioner has no AI, if we can do that. Boom. Just like so. Let me go back to the chat here quick. Yeah, I'm really excited for this. Hopefully I can stream 1 or 2 hours of this a day, and we can hopefully make this map in a couple of months. Maybe even just 1 month if I get really fast at it. I've learned so much about compacting stuff over time that, you know, it's become really simple. I was playing a map the other day, Rogue Quest, where a lot of this stuff looked like it could be done a lot simpler than they were doing, but it was still obscenely impressive. I highly suggest you check out the map if you haven't. It's not 1.15 redstone, but it's still fairly good. All right, here. So we can't spawn a single drone in the world, otherwise it's going to explode. Actually, you know what we can do? Before we even do this, let's go ahead and just have this tag right here. Instead of having to worry about this every single time, we're just going to execute at e type equals illusioner, and we're just going to have them kill the drowned that they're next to. Drowned limit equals 1, sort equals nearest. All right, so let me show this to you guys quick. So if we go ahead and put some illusioners, quote unquote, in here. If this breaks my world, I have nobody to blame but myself, and I will be very, very sad. Yeah, it didn't break the world. That was probably the riskiest thing we could have done. All right, so these guys obviously have no AI, but that's the way it's supposed to be. These guys aren't supposed to have AI. The problem is that players could obviously see this, so we do have to work on that eventually. So we've got 2 illusioners right here. Wait, if we have a mob with no AI, can it become mad? Now I'm curious. All right, so what is this right now? Can we make this a zombie? Summon skeleton, no AI, 1B. Oh, they don't have a bow. That's annoying. Actually, we can just go ahead and summon a bunch of skeletons and data merge at e entity. This is the other thing that was confusing to me at first, was merge versus modify, because it seems like they should be the opposite, but I guess not. Tape equals skeleton. Limit equals 1. All right, we're just gonna have to do this. Okay, MBT. No AI 1B. Right, we're just gonna go ahead and kill these skeletons. I just want to do it with a few of them. All right. So we're gonna go ahead and summon 1. Do this to him. Actually, we'll just do it with 1. All right. So we've got our zombie. This skeleton should now be mad at the zombie. Let's see if he actually is. He is! Booyah! So we can actually store the aggro of the mobs while they're in no AI. We can set it up prematurely, which is nice. So it basically, as soon as the game starts for the player, they will see the mobs battling each other, which is cool. Frosty says, oh, that sounds interesting. Rogue Quest. Is that the name? I've never heard of it, likely since I've been focused on puzzles and horror map genres. But I'll totally check it out. It's a roguelike, actually. It's really, really fun. Play through it a couple of times, because it's a map with high replayability. And basically, you upgrade your gear as you replay it over and over again. It's a roguelike. I guess that's all I'll say. It's really, really neat. I highly suggest it. You'll learn a decent amount from it if you actually go check out the redstone. All right, so we got that. Let's work on the illusioner data a little bit more here before we move on. Let's actually... trying to figure out how to do this. Okay. Execute at e type equals drowned. Run data modify anti at e type equals illusioner. Or sorry, limit equals 1, sort equals nearest. And then we just enter all the tags. Oh boy. So that's the thing, is that we need to grab most MBT data for it. Whoops, I accidentally modified the screen location. Let me fix that real quick. Oh man, I just realized my Minecraft does not fit the whole screen. Let me fix that slightly. There we go, it should be good. Nope, it's not. Yoink. Yoink, that's good. There we go. Alright. Is it the one made by Farmy B for Minecraft 1.12? I believe it's made for Minecraft 1.10. Let me look it up here real quick for you. Rogue Quest Minecraft. Should be by... Here you go. Oh, man, I don't have the link for it. It's by... Oh, come on. No thanks. Mental Block Gaming. Mental Block Gaming. Search Rogue Quest Minecraft on Google. It should be the first option. It'll take you to their actual website. They've got an actual website, which is nice. Okay, so the first thing we need to modify is obvious. So, I don't know. Okay. May get some entity tags right now. Attributes is the main thing that I want to modify. Where are the attributes? Attributes. Also of active effects. We're going to need to do a lot of stuff for this guy. First, let's go for custom name. Test. Okay. 1 second here as I'm generating this guy. Okay, good. Let me summon a zombie and just get some data from him and figure out what we need to modify here quick. Data get entity at E, type equals zombie, limit equals 1, attributes. Let's see here. Is it spelled with a capital A? Okay, yeah, it's spelled with a capital A. Cool, perfect. So we're gonna go ahead and transfer the attributes set from entity at E, type equals drowned, sort equals nearest, limit equals 1, attributes. All right, cool. So long as we have the attributes on the drowned, it'll transfer to the illusioner. And so that's just the attributes. Let's go ahead and modify. What else do I want? Well, let's actually test for some other data tags here. I want. Actually, I have some right here. Custom name. Let's go ahead and do that. Custom name. Just in case we want to add any custom names. All right, custom name. Hand items. Hand items, armor items. Armor items is actually going to be really important. Yoink. Yoink. Active effects is going to be very important if I have any of those. Let's go ahead and see where that's going to be. Active effects, just active effects.
like so. I'm sorry I'm not reading the chat right now. I am currently doing this. I will open it up here in a second. Yoink. Frosty says, all right, thanks for clarifying. I just downloaded alongside the resource pack that comes with it. A telltale sign is it was made before 1.13. Before you could just put that in a world folder. Actually, you can. The reason they didn't put it in a world folder was so that way players could individually download the resource pack. It's a multiplayer thing for servers. Actually, maybe, yeah, whatever. That's what they said online, at least. So, yeah, it is made in 1.10. Active Effects? That's actually something I need to work on. I need to work on my resource pack skills. I have no expertise in that whatsoever. I have no idea about any of that. So what are some of the other things we need to grab? Yeah, so active effects is actually really important because that's the way we're going to basically... we're going to have common, rare, epic, legendary, mythical mobs in the map, and basically each of them are going to have a different potion effect. So, you know, common would be 0 potion effects. Rare would include 1 potion effect. You know, epic they would have 2, so on and so forth. So it'd be things like speed, resistance, etc. What other attributes do we need to have on this guy? Health. Health is very important. That is just a regular old tag. Disarm items, active effects. Let's go ahead and add health. Isn't max health important too, though? Max health, is that a thing? I know that was a thing way back in, yeah, it is. Max, oh, that's actually an attribute now. Interesting. That used to be an actual tag. Now it's an actual attribute. Interesting. All right, no gravity, on ground, air, fire, pitch. What's pitch? I didn't even know that was a thing. Yaw? Oh, those are rotations. Okay. Also, I don't know how to use loot tables. I'm really bad at loot tables, too. Those are my weaknesses. If I could get good at loot tables, I could do anything. Frosty says, anyways, it was nice coming by. I hope to catch you more of your streams next time. Good luck on working on the project. See ya. See ya, man. Thanks for dropping by. I appreciate it. Now, in order to test this, yeah, it was really nice having Frosty here. That was fun. Let's go ahead and have a spawn egg that has a lot of properties. Give player spawn drowned. That has a lot of the properties we want. So we're going to give this guy just 1 health. Or actually, we need to custom name the spawn egg to name Illusioner. Alright, so this guy's going to be holding a bow in his offhand. He's also going to have a bow. And then on his head, he's just going to have diamond armor. Diamond helmet. Alright, then his health is going to be 1. But he's going to have some interesting attributes, including... Or actually, I'm going to give him 10 health. So he's like 2 bow hit kills instead of 3. And he's going to have full knockback resistance. Perfect. Let's see. Oh, and a custom name of, let's just give him a weird custom name. I'm going to call, I gave him custom name Fad. All right, let's go ahead and make this command and see if it works. Oh. That is a weird sound. Okay, let's do this button. Let's go ahead and do this. All right, cool. So sweet, this guy's custom name is Fad. Entity data. Oh, sorry. Great. Data merge. Or sorry, merge. Entity at e name equals Fad, just for the sake of things. Limit equals 1. No AI 0B. So this guy can now move around. Okay, good. So now I'm gonna get a bow out. This guy should have 100% knockback resistance. Yep, as you can see. And he's fairly low on health, which is neat. I'm going to go ahead and put this illusioner in here just temporarily. This is really cool. So now, actually, I need to make sure that this guy has a bow. Oh, whoops. Let's go ahead and summon him again. Remove his, give him his AI back. Oh yeah, now he has 2 bows. That's funny. Okay, perfect. That's exactly what I wanted. Okay, he's good. I don't think that there's any other tags we need. You know, obviously the items can include his toughness and all that sort of stuff. This is really, really good progress today. So we got the summoning for the friendly players side done. Obviously we're going to need some summoning for the enemy players. We might even, you know, maybe we could even do that before we end the episode. And we got the Illusioner to work, who is such a cool mob. Actually, I want to see if a bunch of polar bears can beat an Illusioner. Let's just see. Let's just see here, quick. And of course, we can modify the speed and all that sort of nice stuff about the Illusioner, which is great. All right, let's go ahead and summon you. Summon a bunch of polar bears. Go after him. All right, now it's really funny. Obviously, they can't reach the Illusioner. They're not fast enough. So that's like the main thing that we need to keep in mind with balancing is that if we have a ranged mob, we can't make them super fast because otherwise we're just going to keep avoiding the other mobs. This is cool. All right, before we end, I want to go see if there's any other mobs we might be able to add. We've got Minecraft Dungeon exclusives. Those don't matter. Killer Bunny is the only other one that I'm interested in. Now, the reason I'm kind of interested in adding the Killer Bunny is because it has very, very, very interesting movement. Let me actually go ahead and find the summon command for this fella. Summon Bunny. So I guess it's called Rabbit. Come on. Alright, Bunny, it's not there. HIJKLMNOP. What are they called? Rabbit. Literally just called a rabbit. There we go, rabbit. Killer Bunny. There we go. Rabbit type 99. Perfect. We're going to go ahead and summon a rabbit. Or actually, let's just summon a zombie, and we can summon the killer rabbit on our own right here. These guys are actually obscenely damaging, so this might be problematic. Yoink! Go after him. Oh, he needs a better weapon, too. So in the future, I'm going to give you a diamond sword, if I can. Go after him. Kill him. Killer Bunny isn't even attacking the zombie, which is weird. Oh, the Killer Bunny is just interested in me, it looks like. Even though I'm in creative. That's weird. Yeah, I don't think it'll work with the Killer Bunny. Summon a few more. Alright, you guys are all gonna be mad at Mr. Zombie here. They don't attack him. That's so strange. I bet other mobs can attack him just fine. Like a... Let me go through here. Let me summon a bunch of skeletons to be... Yeah, Well, I don't think it's going to work with the Killer Bunny. That's fine. Wasn't expecting it to. Actually, I somewhat was. Iron Golems would be too overpowered. Snow Golems would be interesting if we could actually get their snowballs to do damage. Foxes are kind of interesting. Wolves would be kind of interesting. Oh, wait, aren't llamas susceptible? Wait, don't llamas... Llamas. How do you spell llama? L-I, llama. Llama, okay. I am so stinking curious. I'm so stinking curious if llamas would work for this. That would be hilarious, because that would give us one more ranged mob. Okay, so they attack the zombie. The zombie will attack them. Oh, but they aren't mad indefinitely. They're just mad for a short amount of time. That's interesting. That's a problem. We need llamas to be mad at each other indefinitely. What if can we have llamas battle each other? They can battle each other. That's hilarious. That's perfect. But they don't stay mad at each other very long is the problem. They immediately go passive. Wait, can you actually summon Spit? Or Llama Spit? You can. That's interesting. I didn't even know that was a thing. Oh, that's a projectile you could use. Yeah, that's interesting. We're definitely not going to use llamas in the end, but that would be funny. Because they only get mad temporarily, and so they wouldn't be a really good mob to have. People would think they would be bugged, basically. I completely forgot that llamas could attack things, though. That's cool. Let's go back and look at the mob list one last time here. Before we... Shit, this is going to be our official list. I wish we could get Guardians to work. If we could get Guardians to work, that'd be great. Let me try it one more time. Alright. If we summon a skeleton, we have some Guardians. We're going to get Guardians and Elder Guardians on this. So they're kind of focused on the skeleton, but not really. Oh, that's not an Elder Guardian. That's an Elder Guardian. Yeah, he's not really interested. Which is interesting. What if these guys were riding something? What if they were in water? I have so many questions. Let's put some Guardians in water. See if that changes things. Why is this? That's strange. It won't let me place water. Must be some sort of I don't remember setting something up to destroy water. That's strange. That's very strange. Okay. What if I put water in here? Water should work in here, right? That's weird. That's really weird. Oh well. Yeah, that is so weird that water... It won't let me place water. Now it does. That's strange. Alright, we're going to go ahead and actually kill everything off first. Summon a bunch of these guys. Summon Mr. Skeleton and make these guys mad at them. Come on. Are you guys not mad? They really don't care about the skeleton, which is strange. That is the strangest thing. Like, we could also try endermites and stuff like that, but once again, I don't think they're a fantastic mob to have. You've already got plenty of melee mobs. We could also use husks if we wanted to, but I'm not going to. Alright, so just to recap, guys. Today we got our spawn system working just fine. We might need to change the coordinates of the chest, but that's okay. The mobs we're going to use include, but are not limited to, skeletons, strays, illusioners. Wait a minute. Do illusioners attack each other? This might be problematic. I just realized. Uh-oh. We didn't check to see if illusioners would attack each other. Oh, I see. The sponges are what was removing the water. Okay. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Illusioner. Uh-oh. I'm really worried now. We need to get the data. Yeah, right here. Illusioners don't care about each other. Here's the deal. Here's what we're going to do. We are going to use illusioners in the end. However, we're going to make an exception with them because we put so much effort for this. I really want to use them. The enemy team cannot have illusioners in it, since illusioners can't attack each other. That way, we can still get away with having illusioner fun while, you know, not making it too overpowered. Alright, so illusioners are just going to be a special mob. They're actually kind of special. So we're going to get skeletons, strays, and illusioners. Those are going to be our ranged mobs. We're going to have vexes, which are special because they fly around and go through walls. And we're also going to have creepers, who, you know, they explode. So they're also very special. They're kind of limited. We'll try to make creepers useful. The rest of the mobs we have include wither skeletons, zombies, zombie pigmen, zombies, spiders, cave spiders, and polar bears. Very interesting polar bears. Polar bears are actually going to be really cool because they're a powerful melee mob, but they simply can't compete with anything ranged. Come to think of it, I wonder, yeah, so I guess fast melee is really good at countering ranged. But obviously fast melee is not going to be good against powerful melee. Vexes would be the exception to a lot of these rules, because they can just fly around. Yeah, illusioner. We just got to make sure that the enemy doesn't have illusioners, because... Now, the other thing I'm wondering about is what spawn egg to give the player. What I guess we could do is we could break a chest each time, and so we could have a random loot table using the chest. And we could set rarities based on that. So we could make illusioners fairly rare, or we could just... Basically, the way I want to modify the spawn eggs is by just modifying the data of the spawn egg. However, I don't know. Because we could have these all just be the same chance. And of course, illusioners are so rare already. But then skeletons are also kind of rare. Because the system... What'll probably have the game... We're going to work out customization of these mobs next time. Because we've got to have a whole system to modify the data of these eggs and obviously give them to the player. We're going to figure that out next time. That's kind of complicated. I've already spent 2 hours today working on this. I think that's the limit I set for myself. So thank you all for watching. We made a ton of progress today. I look forward to making more progress on this map in the future. Till next time, don't forget to contribute, and as always, make the most of your day.